Hello. Hello.
Your coming was foretold, but you are decades early. How odd. I am Navali, once a Hatungo for my people, now a revenant in service of the Mother of Death. Here you shall be tested by the greatest warriors that ever lived. You will be weighed and measured on the scales of fate, and we shall determine your true worth. By the grace of a silver coin, you will know when the time is right to return. Have no fear. The water of sight does not slay the living, just nearly so. You may resume your mortal life such as it is, once you return your spirit to your body. Here in the halls of the dead, we while away our days by holding grand competitions of skill and daring. You may participate in these trials, but be warned. The warriors of the Karui never hold back. The Mother of Death has slept for thousands of years, but her domain remains. It is all that stands between us and oblivion. Before she embraced us, those that died simply ceased to be. Now the souls of the Karui people continue on, lending their wisdom and strength to those that follow. Hinekora does not see the future. That is the domain of chaos. The Mother of Death is gifted with the ability to see into the past. Not very clearly, but far deeper into the murk than mortals can comprehend. Before Rakiata, before the lake, before the primordial molten world, before the stars themselves. Time circled upon itself into infinity. She sees not what you will do, only what you did, and what you shall do again. Probably. Thousands of years ago, Hinekora foresaw the coming time of emptiness, the slumber of the gods, and built her domain to function while she lay dreaming. Had she not done this, any Karui who died during that emptiness would have been lost forever. Her foresight guarded our people for generations. Long ago, my people called me a Hatungo, yes. Now I am an interpreter of death, and a faithful servant of prophecy. The souls of our people were on the verge of madness, from isolation and ennui until the trials were devised. Before the slumber of the gods, Hinekora devised this mock warfare to engage us, and she succeeded. The halls of the dead have never been so full of life, so to speak. We know the games will eventually lose their amusement, but eternity is not forever. We need only entertain ourselves until time ends. One day time will end, then time will begin again. All the pains of a long and weary existence will fall away from us, and we shall see the world with innocent eyes once more. You do not remember our previous meetings, but I do, by the grace of Hinekora's sight. She bears the burden of knowledge, so that you may live unencumbered by the inevitable despairs of age and wisdom. Fear that which remains awake when even the gods slumber. Chaos sees what Hinekora cannot. The myriad span of all that is yet to happen. Chaos takes selfish amusement in unlikelihoods and surprising events. Hinekora serves order, ensuring that what must happen happens. Two impulses, as unlike each other as any twins could ever be, locked in eternal conflict by them. The Mother of Death has pledged herself to a higher impulse. She seeks to perpetuate order by ensuring her forcing prophecies come to pass. There are only 12 futures in which Rakiata survives the coming darkness. All 12 involve the arrival of someone like yourself to this place. She foretold it, and you have found your way to us. That is a good sign that we are on one of the right paths. For now. Hello again. Until next time.
A traveler was walking through a sparse grove. He encountered Tafua. Always, never.
How goes it? I was 13 when an Eternal army attacked my tribe. They were in search of an ancient and powerful weapon from our myths, but we only had a single piece of it. Our chieftain was felled in his sleep. My father was as well. So, I took up his weapons, and I went about the work that needed to be done. Once they were dead, knowing that more would come if we had what they wanted, I entrusted Tasalio with our piece of that fabled spear. My tribe tried to put me in charge after that, but I refused the mantle. I just did what I thought was right, and they followed. Although, there was something to the myth of that spear's power. In the few moments I held just a piece of it, my hand was permanently scarred, as if I'd been burned by unseen and unfelt heat. Even in my earliest memories, I was training for battle. I do enjoy fighting, but not the way others around me did. To them, it was a savage contest of dominance and manhood. To me, there was an elegance to warfare. It had an ebb and flow, like the tide. It was a kind of dance. When they say I have an unconventional fighting style, it is because they do not realize that I am not fighting. I am dancing. I may feel the bite of an axe at any moment, so why not enjoy each sweep and each slash? They have their way. What I have, I call the flow. Tasalio has never spoken to me directly. I think I hear his influence in the waves, and the wind over the ocean. I found a ring on the shore one day, bearing his graven pattern. It had washed up from the ocean, and I still believe it was a gift from him. It had a great power within it, but I never used it. I didn't need to. There were no problems I could not face with my own strength and cunning. She's stronger than she knows. She doesn't need me to fight battles on her behalf, nor would she want me to. When I first arrived here, many of the other chieftains were hostile, and the most traditional among them outright rejected me. It was she who vouched for me. The opportunity to fight allowed me to prove myself, as I knew I could. And I have led Tasalio's warriors ever since. In Ikiaho, I could not have asked for a better friend. Sometimes, we even sneak out of here for a glimpse at the moon and the sea. There is a forgotten passage, a narrow but lengthy crack in the earth that leads to the main well, though the dead just find themselves back here after a few minutes. Still, That few minutes on the ocean, seeing the living world again, glorious. I go up there whenever I lose my tranquility. You'll have to ask everyone else what they think. True followers of Tasalio do not trouble themselves with thoughts of such a far-flung future. Each day that you can recline on your waikoama, feel the waves beneath you, and take in the sun and the sky, that is a day to treasure. I do not have those anymore, but I console myself with the knowledge that my descendants do. Live for today, outsider. Yesterday, tomorrow, they do not exist. You are only ever here, now. There is a flow to the world, to the sea, and to battle. I could lose myself for hours in a war, just running, fighting, and hewing down my enemies. I sense that you know this joy as well. I have nothing to teach you, but you already know what makes you happy. Find peace. How goes it?